Welcome to Heavy Haul Harvesters. Get ready because today we're unleashing a true powerhouse in woodcutting technology. This isn't just any saw, it's a beast of precision and power. Built to slice through the toughest logs with speed, strength, and efficiency, it's here to dominate the forest floor. And leading the charge is none other than Lika. Bold, brilliant, and undeniably stunning with her fiery energy and captivating presence. She's here to break down every jaw-dropping feature of this next-level woodcutting machine. No more waiting. It's time to fire it up and watch this beast in action. Explosion. Under the bright midday sun, Lika stepped confidently toward a large log, her stunning figure standing out. With a soft touch, she ran her fingers along its rough surface. "Today, I'll show you how a raw log becomes a perfect plank," she said, her voice calm yet captivating. She climbed into the lift, smoothly operating it as the massive log was gently lifted and moved toward the sawmill. Inside, the sharp saws whirred to life, effortlessly slicing the wood into smooth, flawless planks. Lika stood proudly by, watching the transformation. From raw to perfect, this is the power of modern technology. She smiled, leaving a lasting impression as the screen faded to black. Under the bright midday sun, Lika confidently approached the massive log, carefully measuring it with a tape measure. "Let's see if the machine can handle this beast," she whispered, ensuring the log size was within the machine's capabilities. After taking the measurements, Lika smiled with satisfaction and moved toward the lift. She climbed aboard and expertly maneuvered the powerful machine. Slowly, the massive log was lifted and carefully moved toward the sawmill. Once positioned, Lika stepped forward and secured the log tightly, making sure it wouldn't budge. The machine hummed in anticipation, ready to get to work. Lika did one final check, her eyes scanning the log to ensure everything was perfect. With a confident push, she started the saw, and the blade smoothly cut through the log, its teeth gliding through the wood effortlessly. Lika stood by, watching the transformation with a proud smile. As the log was turned into smooth, flawless planks, she nodded and said, "This is how it's done, precision and power combined." The first cut was complete, and the transformation was underway. Under the bright midday sun, Lika stepped forward, confidently holding a specialized tool. She began removing the excess bark and rough edges from the massive log. "We need a clean surface before the next cut," she said, focusing on each precise movement. With practiced skill, she stripped away the imperfections, ensuring the log was perfectly prepped. After a quick inspection, she smiled, satisfied with her work. "That's better." Lika then moved to the lift, expertly positioning the log and adjusting the controls. The machine hummed as she carefully lowered the log toward the saw. With one last check to secure it, she signaled to begin. The saw roared to life, its blade smoothly cutting through the freshly prepped log. Lika stood by, watching the transformation as the log became smooth, flawless planks. "Perfection takes patience," she said, her smile showing pride in the work. Under the warm midday sun, the sawmill was alive with action. Lika, standing confidently at the center, finished cutting a thick plank of wood. As the saw stopped, two strong men quickly moved in, lifting the freshly cut piece with ease. They carefully carried it to the side, making room for Lika to continue her work. With a nod of gratitude, Lika grabbed her specialized tool and began to remove the dust and debris from the surface of the next log. "A clean surface is essential for a precise cut," she muttered to herself, expertly wiping away the remaining particles. She inspected the log one last time, ensuring it was ready. Once satisfied, she adjusted the settings on the saw and stepped back. The machine hummed to life, and with a swift motion, the blade cut through the wood, effortlessly turning the log into another perfect plank. As the saw blade slowed, the two men returned, ready to move the freshly cut piece to the side again. This process repeated seamlessly. Each time a log was cut, the men carefully moved it away, and Lika immediately began using her tool to clear the surface of the next piece of wood. With each new log, Lika remained focused and precise, repeating the process with determination and skill. Perfection is built on repetition, Lika said with a satisfied smile, her eyes locked onto the next piece of wood. The rhythm continued, cut, clean, move. She expertly maintained the flow, creating flawless planks with every turn of the saw. Under the bright midday sun, the sawmill buzzed with the rhythmic hum of machinery and the busy movements of workers. Lika, with confidence and focus, skillfully guided the saw through the thick logs. Each cut was smooth and precise, her hands steady as the blades sliced through the wood, producing flawless cuts. The air was filled with the scent of fresh timber, and the dust from the saw filled the space around her. As the saw finished cutting, two strong men stepped in, lifting the freshly cut piece from the machine with ease. They moved it aside to make room for the next log. Lika, with her specialized tool in hand, quickly cleaned off the sawdust from the surface of the next piece of wood. "No time to waste," she murmured, ensuring everything was in place for the next step. She adjusted the saw settings with practiced ease, then climbed back into position. With a steady hand, she fired the saw back to life. The machine roared as the blade smoothly cut through the fresh log, creating perfect planks once again. The two men returned, lifting the newly cut log away and moving it to the side. The rhythm of the process continued, cut, clean, move. With each cycle, the men helped lift the logs while Lika expertly prepared the next piece. She quickly moved from one log to the next, cutting, cleaning, and repeating the process with impressive efficiency. Her movements were precise, each cut perfectly executed, the wood transforming with every pass of the saw. The teamwork between Lika and the men was seamless, creating a smooth and continuous flow of work. With every plank she produced, Lika's satisfaction grew, knowing each piece of wood was a result of her skill and hard work. "Great team," she said, her eyes filled with pride as she looked at the growing stack of perfect timber. The rhythm of cutting, cleaning, and moving continued, with each new piece a testament to their determination and effort. As the day wore on, the pile of beautiful cut wood grew, and Lika's sense of accomplishment grew with it.